What just happened?
In the opening shots, we see a girl named Willow Dean spending time with her beloved Aunt Lucy. Willow Dean's mother is a local celebrity, so she never has time for her daughter. Willow Dean had faced negativity from her peers since childhood because she was overweight, but the aunt always encouraged her niece. Willow Dean and Lucy did everything together. One day Willow Dean met a girl named Ellen. Since then they became best friends. For many years nothing has changed, the girls are still inseparable. By that time Lucy was gone, and Willow Dean misses her very much. On a sunny afternoon, the girls relaxed in the pool, reminiscing about happy days from their childhood. Willow Dean complained about her mother, who was preparing for another beauty pageant and was already back on a diet. Ellen was approached to say hello by her acquaintance, Callie. She is in a beauty pageant organized by Willow Dean's mother. Rosie became a beauty queen in 1991 and is very proud of it. Ellen meets her boyfriend, and Willow Dean goes to her part-time job at the diner. A coworker, a cute guy named Bo, flirts with her. Willow Dean easily resolved the conflict with disgruntled customers, causing the admiration of her colleagues. There is nothing but diet food in the refrigerator at home. Willow Dean does not like that her mother calls her dumpling. Willow Dean also does not want to go to another fashion show with her mother, but Rosie is very insistent. She suggests that her daughter invite Ellen to go with them. Rosie is the guest of honor at the fashion show and is very concerned about her appearance. Willow Dean and Ellen feel out of place here, not understanding what is good about the whole fashion industry. No one could believe that Willow Dean is Rosie's own daughter, because they don't look anything alike at all. Willow Dean watched her mother embrace the new Miss White Lily on stage, complimenting her looks. Willow Dean really wants to be in this girl's shoes. The next day at work, Willow Dean dared to talk to handsome Bo, who gave her the ball of fate that predicted the future. In the evening, Willow Dean saw the mother about to give Lucy's things to charity. Rosie thinks they need to come to terms with the fact that Lucy is gone. Willow Dean was determined to go through her beloved aunt's things before her mother turned them in. The next morning Ellen came to see her. When she saw Bo's gift, she began to convince the friend that the guy had a crush on her. But Willow Dean is convinced that guys like Bo are not interested in girls like her. Today is the first day of school after summer vacation. When all the students heard Rosie call her daughter Dumpling, they started laughing at Willow Dean. The girl couldn't take it anymore and decided to teach one particularly cheeky bully a lesson. Willow Dean was suspended from school. The girl believes that her mother is to blame. Willow Dean is upset that the mother is obsessed with looks and has rebuked her and Lucy all her life for being overweight. In the evening Willow Dean went through Lucy's memorabilia. She missed her very much and needed her advice. Suddenly the girl found something that shocked her. It turns out that Lucy also wanted to participate in the beauty contest, but she was rejected because of her unsuitable appearance. Now Willow Dean wants to enter the beauty pageant to honor Lucy's memory. Ellen also came to support her best friend. Everyone was shocked to see Willow Dean among the model-looking girls. Millie, another chubby girl from the school, also following Willow Dean's example, decided to take part in the contest. Rosie didn't expect this from her daughter at all, but she was not going to make concessions to her at the upcoming competition. Suddenly the girls were joined by Hannah, who also wants to participate, despite her non-standard appearance. The contestants, who will compete for the title of Beauty Queen, have a lot of work to do. Willow Dean later learns that Millie is hiding her participation in the pageant from the mother because she is adamantly against it.
Hey girls, wait for me!
From that day on, Millie and Hannah began to look for meetings with Willow Dean, as they were serious about winning the contest. Willow Dean tried to explain that she didn't want to win, she was only participating to protest. Hannah supported this stance, believing that the society should end the oppression of people who do not meet the standards of beauty. Millie said she had dreamed of becoming a beauty queen since she was 8 years old, but the girls tried to convince her that it was impossible. Ellen was the only one who supported her. Later, Bo suggested that Willow Dean watch the meteor shower together tonight. She was very embarrassed, but she agreed. At the appointed time, The young people met, and the atmosphere was very romantic. A nice conversation ensued between them. At one point Bo kissed Willowdean. She responded to the kiss, but then hurried to leave under false pretenses.
I gotta get home. Thanks for the meteor.
At home, she tried to comprehend what had happened and looked at her reflection in the mirror, which was far from ideal. The next day Willowdean told her best friend everything. She also confessed that she did not believe in Bo's sincere intentions toward herself. The girls began to prepare for the upcoming contest under Rosie's direction. Ellen very quickly began to get involved in the process, looking just as good as the other contestants. Willowdean was very upset by this, and besides, Ellen agreed with Becca on joint rehearsals. Willowdean voiced her displeasure to the friend. She doesn't like that Ellen has a chance of winning. In Willowdean's opinion, Ellen is not cut out for revolution. The friends quarreled. At home, Willowdean saw her mother was setting the beautiful Becca up to win. It turned out that Becca was head over heels in love with Bo. Willowdean called Ellen because she felt guilty toward her. But Ellen was busy with other things. It hurt her that the best friend didn't accept her for who she was. In tears, Willowdean remembers Lucy and then finds her diary. In it, the girl finds a poster from Lucy's favorite bar, where she went every Saturday. Since Willowdean had no other friends, she invited Millie and Hannah along. Millie had never been to a place like this before and was very nervous. At first the guards didn't want to let the girls in because they were still schoolgirls, but when the man heard Lucy's name, he let them in. People with non-standard appearance and images perform on stage. Willowdean likes everything that happens around her, because she has always admired people who are not shy about their appearance. After the show, she chatted with Lee, an old acquaintance of Lucy's who also misses her very much. Lucy was a kind, bright person, loved by all. Regardless, Willowdean decided to continue in the competition. The judges had to approve the outfits and creative numbers of the contestants. Hannah's number was not approved because she didn't do anything talented. However, after several attempts, the judges did agree to allow her to participate. The last contestant was Willowdean. She was doing a very silly trick on stage in an extremely ridiculous outfit. Ellen was ashamed of her friend.
I'll practice more. Promise.
In the evening, Rosie asked her daughter to answer why she was doing all this. Willowdean was in no mood to talk about it. At work, Willowdean ignored Bo. Becca was already actively flirting with the guy, and Willowdean was sad to see it. Later, Bo explicitly told her that he wanted to be with her. Willowdean became angry, believing that there was nothing to love her for. Bo was perplexed, for he does not care at all about appearance in girls. Willowdean, however, was not led to believe him. Today she did not meet Millie and Hannah and ignored their calls. Frustrated, Willowdean tore up Lucy's poster. Now she felt lonelier than ever. The girl went into the attic, where she often spent time with Ellen and Lucy. Now Willowdean really misses the support of the people closest to her. The next day Willowdean loaded some of Lucy's things into the trunk and found her favorite bee brooch she had been looking for. It gave her confidence in herself. Willowdean, Hannah, and Millie came to the same bar again, and Lucy's friends decided to take the girls' image seriously and help them prepare for the contest. In the morning, Rosie woke up the daughter and gave her a newspaper in which photos of all the contestants were printed. Today is an important day. The jury must finally allow the contestants to enter the competition. The judges randomly chose the contestants and invited them to the stage to ask questions. Willowdean was first in line. She was nervous at first, but then she was determined and impressed the jury. Ellen found the friend's speech very touching. She could not hold back her tears. After the first stage of the competition, the friends immediately forgave each other for everything and made up. At home, Rosie told her daughter that she missed Lucy too. She was always sure of herself and went after all her goals, no matter what the obstacles. The contestants were preparing to present their outfits to the jury and the audience. Suddenly Millie's mother burst in, furious that her daughter was participating in the contest in secret. Willowdean stepped in on the friends' behalf, convincing the woman to let her daughter try her hand, because it was Millie's ultimate dream. The woman allowed her to participate after all. The contestants took the stage and performed a group dance routine, and then the girls went backstage to get ready for the swimsuit contest. Willow Dean was very nervous, because she was self-conscious about her body. Ellen took the stage with a friend to cheer her on. The audience was delighted with the image of the girls. Hannah came on stage next, and then Millie. The audience and the jury really liked the girl. It was time for a talent contest. This time Willow Dean was well prepared and performed unusual tricks on stage. Rosie was very proud of her daughter. Willow Dean continued to shine on stage, delighting the audience and the jury alike. Then it was Millie's turn, who sang a touching song. She used to sing in a church choir, so she was able to improve her talent. At this time Willow Dean was informed that the mother had asked to come in to see her. While the entire audience gave Millie a standing ovation, Rosie told the daughter that she was very proud of her. Unfortunately, the jury will have to disqualify Willow Dean because her new number was not approved in advance. However, the rules do not prohibit a disqualified contestant from accompanying her friend to the finals. Suddenly Rosie had a problem. The dress she traditionally wore to every beauty contest wouldn't zip up. Willow Dean had an idea, and she promised to be back in a few minutes. Rosie found a touching letter from her daughter and Lucy's brooch on the table. It made her cry. Soon there was a knock on the door by Lee, who brought a new dress. On stage, Rosie looked gorgeous, and the audience loved it. The contestants walked out with their gentlemen to great applause. Soon it was time to announce the jury's decision. Third place went to Callie, and second place went to Millie. For the first time the girl was confident and felt really beautiful. Becca was the winner, but Willow Dean was not upset at all, but rather the opposite. In the evening she came to Bo and said she was wrong. The young people kissed. That same night the friendly company celebrated their mutual victory at